Okay, Robert, this video is for you. You start out with a pot and some potatoes. Actually, they're called yams. A lot of people call them sweet potatoes. You peel them, chop them, and put them in the pan. Okay, now they're all peeled. See the mess? Gonna go to the chickens. These are the biggest damn sweet potatoes I have ever seen. Look how big those are. I like them smaller because they have more flavor, and if they have that crook on them, keep it. Adds more flavor. Okay, chop them up about like this, cut them in half, and then third them or quarter them. I don't like them this big because they're really hard to cut, and this is a very sharp knife because my good neighbor guy sharpened it for me. So the bigger the chunks you cut, the less water there will be when you go to mash them. So I like the chunks bigger. It takes a little longer to cook, but less water in the pot. You do drain them after you boil them, but with the smaller chunks, they retain the water. Potatoes are in the pot. You just barely cover them with water, put a lid on them, and bring them to a boil and simmer until they're done. Then, while your pot is cooking on the stove, you want to take your peelings you just peeled, and you want to chop them up kind of fine and pretty, and then you go feed them to the chickens. Okay, they're done and drained, and I'm having them rest for just a tad bit before I mash them with the beaters. These are the ingredients that I use. Handful of brown sugar, half a cube of butter, real butter, no margarine, a dash of butter pancake syrup, and a dash of molasses. The molasses is the secret ingredient. You don't have to use Mrs. Buttersworth pancake syrup, and you don't have to use molasses. You can just use the syrup. But I bought this big jug back in, I don't know when, but I thought it was expired. But it's not. Hey, that's good. That's even better. So I'm using it up, slow but sure. Okay, not sure how this is going to work. I've got the camera set up. I've already put my half a cube of butter in. I'm going to take my brown sugar. See, I got a handful. Just kind of sprinkle it in there a little bit. Then I'm going to pour some syrup in there. A little bit. I'm going to say maybe a quarter of a cup. And I'm going to put a dash of molasses in there. Molasses just kind of gives it a little bit of a brown sugary flavor. Then you mix it all up. Eat it. See? Beat it to a pulp. Slap the lid back on it. Find your desired pan to put it in. Okay, I'm going to see if I can do this without making a mess. You want to wipe your bowl out, because if you live in a dusty area like I do, you might have a bit of dust in your dishes. Put your sweet potatoes in there. Since we're not going to be going to dinner for a couple hours, I'll just let this all rest in the bowl, and then when we get to our designated destination, I'm going to stick it in the oven for a while to heat up the potatoes, and then put the bag of marshmallows on top and broil till the marshmallows are brown. And you have to continuously watch them, otherwise you will burn your marshmallows. So that's that. Easy peasy.